Well, hey there, YouTube. I haven't done a backyard update since the end of summer. Got the fire pit going here tonight. I'm going to go ahead and fertilize the grass probably next week. I'll get it fertilized. And it's almost time to turn the water on. Not yet, but almost. I have been watering it just with a garden hose and a sprinkler on the end of it. My cherry tree is just starting to get some blossoms on it. Or buds or whatever. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it blossoms first before it gets the leaves. But it's just starting to get them. Here's my apple tree. Starting to get blossoms on it. This did have two. It had another branch coming off of it. But it snapped in one of the windstorms, and this side of the tree was one variety and the other side was a different variety. So we'll see what we get this year with that. My pear tree starting to get some nice blossoms on it here. Buds. And they've definitely gotten much bigger than they were 2 years ago. See that cherry tree? It's nice and big. Here's the start of our little bird village here. I'm going to take that birdhouse back there and that one back there and relocate them over here in this area. My wife wants them in a centralized area. My Mexican grass here, I cut that back a few weeks ago and it's just starting to get some new growth on it. Those are chrysanthemums. They're supposed to come up in the fall. They're starting to turn green right now. This is a grapevine. We'll see if that pops up or not. That green there, those are California poppies that have reseeded themselves over winter. So that's nice. One of these are honeysuckle. I don't know if it's this one or that one. One of them's honeysuckle and the other one's something else. They'll be getting green here as it warms up. And when we bought the house, they had these solar lights. I'll show you these right here. And the fence on the backyard. We never liked them. They're just too bright. So I found these at Lowe's on clearance. They were 20 bucks. They were marked down to 10. They're solar, but they're little tiny LEDs and they're not nearly as bright. They look nicer. I put some LED strings on here. Solar as well. So it looks pretty cool at night. Here's another grape. We'll see if it comes up or not. It should. Yeah, so that's one of the birdhouses I'll be moving. And this here, this is full of gladiola bulbs and carnations and two of the big Mexican grass things on each side. They get real nice. And I put a bunch of poppy seeds in there, and this should look pretty nice in the summer. Just put this in the ground today. And it's supposed to come back every year, a vine. So if it starts growing, I'll put a trellis here for it. Keep the cactus for the tortoises. That's the only reason I keep that. It's another one of those lights. Bunch of bird feeders, which I usually have full. That one there still got some in there. Put a couple more barrels back here. They're full of all kinds of various flower seeds, wildflower seeds. They should look real nice. Here's my little peach tree I planted in fall last year. Let's see, Red Baron peach. Look at those flowers that are starting. That's gonna look pretty, huh? That's gonna be a big one. I think those things get like 30 feet tall. So it's gonna get big like the old cherry tree over there. Got a couple more rabbits to put out. There's my owl. And these are the heads off the mammoth sunflower seeds from last summer. I just broke these up and put them in here so that way the birds can get at them and eat them. I might even plant some so we can get more this year. Various bulbs are popping up in the buckets. There's tons of wildflower seeds in both of those buckets and bulbs. And here, I probably got 50 or 60 bulbs in here alone. So, and wildflower seeds. So it'll be interesting how this does once it warms up a little bit more. These were the miniature bell peppers and sweet heat chili peppers last summer. So I figure just leave them in there. All the seeds, they'll probably reseed themselves and start growing. Bulbs are coming up nicely around here. These are some real pretty daffodils when they bloom. They're yellow and white. Now this here was tomatoes, was grape tomatoes, and I had one little chocolate mint plant I planted up here. But as you can see, the mint is really taking over and starting to come up. And I left all the tomatoes in there just to see if they'd reseed, but yeah, we'll see what's going on there. This little waterfall I'm not going to use anymore, so I drilled holes in each section and I filled it up with soil and planted different types of flower seeds in each tier. So those should start growing here once we get a little warmer weather. Fountain's still going, still running well. Got another little bunny there. There's a tulip coming up there. Got some strawberries and onions coming up over in that bucket over there. This is the yellow or the purple Robe locust tree. It'll start to bloom here when it gets a little warmer and get some real pretty purple flowers on it. And I can probably take the poles out of here this year because that trunk has really gotten wide in the last year and a half or 2 years. It's looking really good. Got a couple smaller new rocks in. My son just put them out here the other day. We got some more back there. We went out rock hounding. Just some of the smaller ones. Looks like he might have put some more around here too. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did. There's some tulips coming up there. There's those strawberries coming up. And so we got some onions over there, and I guess those look like onions there, those bulbs. And then this should come back. It's supposed to. Planted that last year. And yeah, minus 30 to minus 20, and doesn't get that cold there. So that should come back. Got some bulbs popping up there. Got some bulbs popping up down there. Those look like tulips as well. There's a tulip popping up right there. And this here should come back. That's why I really haven't disturbed too much. This was a that's what that was. And yeah, minus 20, so should definitely come back. Because like I said, we don't get that cold. So I'm just waiting to see what goes on here before I start tearing stuff out. And then we've got wildflower seeds in here and bulbs. There's a, looks like a gladiola or possibly a daffodil coming up there. Yeah, so that's what we've got going on in the backyard here. Got a couple things in here. I don't think this is going to come back. I think that's going to have to come out, but that should come back. And this guy over here should come back. We'll see. And got some more rocks here. A few more of these wonder stones. I did go ahead and splurge for these Cedar Planters. They were like $70 each at Lowe's, but I wanted something here. And I looked at the price of wood, and to my surprise, it was cheaper to buy this stuff than it was to build it nowadays. Can you believe they manufacture these things in China and ship them all the way over here? Crazy. But these are loaded with bulbs. I've got tulips in there, and daffodils and crocuses in both of these. And then I also have poppy seeds in there. So that should look real nice. Same with all these planters. I've got seeds and stuff in there. You can see that, like this one here is just starting to sprout. They're just starting to come up in there. We're going to go ahead and replace the chairs. They've only lasted like a year and they're starting to kind of break apart. See this fabric's breaking up there on top, and look what the Suns did to this for one summer. Isn't that something? We're going to be replacing those. And then these, they're all coming back up. You've got California poppies and various other things in each of these. That's a really cool rock right there. Tulips. See, they're going to flower soon. But yeah, these are all coming back. This is some type of herb. I forget what it's called now, but it's definitely coming back. Those come back every year, no problem. I'm going to go ahead and empty that out and plant something good in that. Maybe some strawberries or something. Put some good soil in there. Oh, here, one of these turned on. You can see what these look like. So those are much more low-key, and they just look nicer. Yeah, but we'll get the lawn mowed for the first time probably in a week, and I'll go ahead and fertilize it and start watering it. It should come back and look as good as it did last year. Alright folks, thanks for watching. Y'all have a good one.